to go about doing. But I want to do like fire or ice or lightning, and I want to have them do different things. Or ricochets or whatever. I just want to have different behaviors on the bullets. So I have to figure that out. And then the next thing I want to do is objects on the map. So I want to make random barriers, essentially, that'll spawn on the map. So every like level, or every time you play the game, maybe. For right now, because of the way I've designed it currently, you don't really change levels. But maybe every play of the game, there's a random set of obstacles on the map, so that no two playthroughs are the same. And that would also make it a little harder for the AI to take us down. It'll also make it a little more difficult for the player to navigate. I think it'll be fun. It'll be small amounts of objects. It'll be large objects, probably. I think I have some like bush textures that I'm gonna probably end up using. And they'll just randomly spawn. And there'll be blocks that you can't go through them, you can't shoot through them, and you just have to go around. And we'll see how that works with all the logic I have built in so far, because I feel like with the slimes and stuff, it might not work so well. But we'll see. So I guess to start, we'll do the coins, because I think that's going to be the easiest, is getting that money system going. So let me just grab my simulator. First thing I'm going to do is actually on this global UI layer, I want to add a label. I want to add some global trackers. Global trackers is just what I'm going to call it for next. I don't have a better name. What I mean by that is, so eventually I'm going to add that second scene where you can use the money you've made to buy upgrades for your character. So to go about doing that, I'm going to need a global level. So global UI is the level I'm in right now. A global UI item, so that'll persist between scenes. And then I can put some attributes on it like gold, and then keep that tracked regardless of which scene we're in. So on here, we're going to stick an attribute. Gold. Yeah. Gold's going to start at 0. And then I think this should be really easy. This should be... We go back to our main. We take our slime. And then we're gonna do if slime defeated. We're gonna have another trail that comes off of this. So on top of destroying the object, we are going to get an attribute from our global trackers. All right, click global UI first. So from our global trackers, we hit OK. We want our predefined. We want gold. This is going to be connected here. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh, very unfortunate. We're just going to do this. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay, there we go. Not great, but we'll make do. We'll make do. So... we have our gold. And then we're going to do some math random. Where is it? Random number. There we go. Our range is going to be, again, from that 1 to 5. Hey, balloon animation. How's it going? Good to see you in the stream. So once we've got that random number, we're going to do some addition. And you guys might notice, I'm not going to go over all of it again unless requested, but you guys might notice I have changed the names of all of my logic across the entire app. So all the logic is kind of, hey, Clarissa, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Guys, if you are in the Discord, you might know Clarissa as one of our marketing staff here at HyperPad. She is in the chat. Feel free to say hello to her, ask her questions as well. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to call you out, Clarissa. You see it. You see it. So, but yes, all of the behaviors have been properly named across the whole app now, so that you guys can get your, or hopefully it'll be easier to understand all of my logic just as you see it going by. Or if you guys ever want me to walk through it again, it'll be a lot easier to follow through. Yeah, there you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so once we've got our random number, we are going to add together our whatever our current gold value is, as well as our random number.
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000.
So alright, let's just have to skip. There we go. We are good. We are good. Ooh, interesting beat. And then we're gonna go and set the that attribute. Now that we have modified it. So again, we're gonna go global UI so we can pick our global trackers. And then in there, we're gonna use our predefined gold attribute. And we're gonna set it to the sum. Hey, nonsense, how's it going? Okay, so that logic is now theoretically done. We can do a little test of this logic by throwing our little handy dandy test label back onto the screen. Set this to white so we can see it against our green background. Hey, we're making some small improvements. Yeah, currency system is what's currently working on. Thank you, RX Codes. Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm grooving. I have the music way louder than I have it for you guys, so it's great. Oh, I could maybe try and... Clarissa, maybe we should hop over to that. Maybe I'll make a side scroller real quick and we'll do a jump. We'll see. Give me 1 second. I need to finish my train of thought here. So I've made our little test label. So now back in this logic. When we are setting this attribute, we're also going to set our label. That's true. Making Bob jump can be a tutorial on its own. So for testing purposes, we're just going to throw these out. We're going to throw this label on here. On. And we're going to set its value to whatever this total is as well. So now every time I beat a pink slime, we should see our new updated currency value. We could also let it read the attribute, but I want to see what it's getting from the label. So let's give it a test, just a real quick. Pink slime. We got 3 gold from that one. We got 5 from that one. We got 2 from that one. 3 from that one. 5 from that one. That was a pattern. We got 4. We got 2. Blue slimes aren't worth anything right now. We got 4. Okay, so we're getting random numbers. It looks like it's working. I have a very small range, so that's my bad. But I wanted it to be small. So that works, though. Good. Good proof of concept. So now what we can do, we can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to leave the little debug label out there just in case we decide to debug anything else. But we're going to set up that exact same logic on each of our other enemies now. And then when I go to set up a new enemy, I can just copy and paste a current enemy, and it will include the behavior for the currency system. I'll just have to go and adjust the values. Which I might end up doing as attributes, just so that when you want to adjust them, you don't have to click into the object and find the behavior. You just have to click on the object itself and change its min and max. We'll refactor that afterwards. I'm going to build out the basic version first. We'll refactor afterwards for what I think might actually be a better version of doing it, just for adaptability when going forwards. So again, the first thing we're going to do is grab the attribute from our global tracker. Have to click global UI first. Jason should remember these things. And we're going to set it to our gold attribute. We're going to let that get messed up for a second. My apologies. And fixed. Everything's fine. Man, just digging these jams. Found a good YouTube playlist for this one. It says royalty free, so I should be in the clear. But man. Okay, so we got the attribute. Next we need to do some random math. Hey, Balloon Games. So we're doing from random number, I think I said 5 to 15 was my random hypothetical for what I think blue slime should be worth. And then we do some addition. And we're gonna add our attribute, which again is our gold, to our random number. Bob might be in the tank. I will neither confirm nor deny this. Bob might be in the tank. Guys, we're putting Bob in all new adventures. He can have vehicles. It's fine. Oh, it's definitely Bob. It looks like it's a tank, but it's actually Bob with a bazooka shooting through the tank cannon from the inside. That's what he's doing. Just looks like it's a tank. Hey, Bob's the person we all aspire to be. That's a good question. That's actually a very good question. I don't have the answer to that. I'm too new. That's above my pay grade. And we're gonna set our goal to that new addition. His maker named him Bob. Yeah? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now we have our random money. And we're just gonna mute while that ad goes, because apparently that ad's gonna be about 15 seconds long. So I'm just gonna fill the silence with my voice. And we're good. Alright, so we have the logic in there on our blue slimes and our pink slimes. Now we just have to go and add that logic to our mice. Bobby Jackson, Bobby Byers. Maybe Bobby Balloon? Who knows? SpongeBob? I think Clarissa got it. Okay, so here we go with our getting attribute. Grabbing it from our global. Oh, this music's actually really hitting the spot for me right now. This is kind of perfect for this kind of work, honestly. It's very good. That's what this stream's gonna become, is me obsessing over the music while I do other things. That's gonna be the real content of this stream, guys. I'm sorry. I've tricked you all into thinking that you're gonna learn game development when you come here. Really, all you're gonna get is Jaskur reacts to music. That's the stream. I'm sorry. It's all been a clever ploy. I'm glad. Because I do too. And this is all like random royalty-free music that I don't think is like real stuff. I think it exists purely for like this kind of thing. Less sure about this one, guys. Oh, nonsense, I'm sorry. Is there any... Do you have questions? Is there things I could tell you? I'm skipping this song, I'm sorry. Not fitting the jam. This is better. This is fitting. The real plot of the stream is finding Bob. Maybe that'll be the next. Maybe we should make a Where's Waldo, but Where's Bob? Right! Who did that? It's been such a pleasant playlist. Okay, okay. Well, if there's anything that you want me to like go over again, I can always like give my shot at trying to explain things in a different way, or more from scratch. Like we can take steps back and kind of build up again. Whatever works best. Just let me know. I do not mind. This stream is for you guys. I just get to have fun on it. So, guys, I'm sorry. Did you hear that drop? Ah, iPhone 7 Plus. Okay. Where's Bob instead of where's Perry? Okay. Yeah, no, for sure, nonsense. It's definitely, you can definitely learn good things from it, so. Okay, so again, we're setting this random number. We'll say 10 to 20. No, we'll say 25. I'm really weird about how I like to number things. Yeah, I like this music too. Right? It's good. I have weird ideas in my head about how like scaling should go, and I don't know where those numbers come from. But like, so the pink slimes have a 5 coin range, the blue slimes have a 10 coin range, and the mice have a 15 coin range. Would you consider yourself as Professor Jason? Oh, I mean, I like that title. I don't think I'm qualified to be a professor. I wish. I'm qualified. He's higher professor. Oh, Clarissa. Oh, you're too kind. Don't worry, guys. We'll inflate my ego a little bit more. I'll stick up my degrees behind me and for the next stream. One's right here. Look. It's fancy. You don't get to see what it actually is, because it's not that important. It's not that fancy. But I'll stick those up behind me, and we'll be Professor Jason. We'll make it look all studious. You just wait and see. I got them fancy papers. I spent the money. Dude, don't even. If I could be Bill Nye, I would be the happiest person on the planet. Bill Nye's like my favorite. Hey, PB! It is good to see you, my dude. How's it going, PB? Guys, this is my friend Perpetually Bound. He is another streamer. Feel free to click on his name, check out his stream. He plays like Chivalry, I think is a lot of what he's been playing lately. Rex, you're still calling me that. I like Rex is a cool nickname, RX. I might start calling you Rex. Who knows? Anyways, continuing with the game. Guys, I've been so sidetracked. We're so distracting. Oh, Professor X. Oh. RX, you got names coming out the wazoo for you. Hey, no way. Good stuff, RX. I'm glad. Hey, congrats, PB. Right, so random number. We have to add things next. Guys, you got me so distracted with all just the good vibes in chat. Not complaining. Please, more good vibes. But, so distracted. Okay, so. We're gonna add together this attribute, which again is the player's current gold value, or how much gold the player currently has. And we're going to take the random number, we're going to add those two together. I'm sorry, nonsense. I'll work on it. I'll get it together. F's in chat for the stream. That's for the game development. F's in chat. Let's see. I'm going to set attribute of our global trackers. Yeah, thanks, nonsense. So we're going to set that gold to the sum of these values. There we go. There's the S. I appreciate you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually understand why you do F's in chat, but I've heard it said. Does that make me old? RX, to give an idea, I'm almost twice your age, I think, if I remember correctly from the whole little ambassador package. I'm an old man. I don't know Twitch lingo. It's all a ruse. All of this young stuff around me, it's all a ruse. I think it's a game reference. No, you good. Thanks, guys. Hey, Brooke. Good to see you too, buddy. Thank you, PB. Okay, so we have all the gold set up. So now what we could do with this label is we could actually just set this label. We'll put a timer. Oh, we got hit by an ad. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so I'm not quite double your age. Oh, you guys are cousins? That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, nonsense. Wait. Is this a real thing? I feel like now you guys are just trying to trick me. See? I am Spartacus. Okay? I see what you guys are doing. I think only maybe PB will get the I am Spartacus right. Yes! Thank you, Brooke, for also getting the reference. I appreciate you guys. Tricksters in the chat. Tricksters in the chat. Sorry for leaving you on a blank screen. Anyways, get an attribute. We also need a timer. Sorry, that was the first thing I needed. Where are my timers? This isn't going to happen very often, so I'm not even going to make it faster than this. Oh no. Sorry, nonsense. I did not. I can't control what Nightbot stopped there. Nonsense is actually your cousin, okay. I think by having Streamlabs. So that I have it all set up through Streamlabs. So I think that gives me Nightbot. I think. But yeah, so every second. So I don't have all of Nightbot? Guys, I'm gonna need one of you to be my Twitch mod. It's okay, nonsense. I thought it would too. So every second, we're gonna grab our gold attribute from here. Sorry, guys. No, no. Those were the caps. I have a question. What does the timer do? So, the timer makes it so that, in this case, every 1 second, anything that follows it will happen. Yeah. So like what our X code says. It's like a wait, but it repeats. So every 1 second, it'll do another action. It'll run through the whole set of actions every 1 second. Yeah. So right now, every 1 second, it's going to grab our coin value. And then I'm going to put it out to that little debugger thing that I have on the screen. Just so that we can watch our gold go up as it does a run of the game. Ah. I mean, I've been streaming for 44 minutes. Almost 45 minutes. But... I see what Nonsense was saying. Guys, I caught up. So we're going to set this label to this attribute value. And now when the game runs... Oh, cool. So now we can watch that middle value is the gold that we're gaining. Or is our current amount of gold. Let's get more health. Why not? I haven't tested that one in a while. Ooh, we got a lot of gold off that blue slime. There we go. Oh, we got an ad again. Give me a second. You guys can watch the game run while I fix this. There we go. We're good. We're all good. I mean, I would hope Rex's parents know your parents. I mean, if you're cousins and all. Bob is hiding in the tank. He's hanging out. So we saw there that the gold worked. We didn't quite get to level 3, which is where the mice start spawning in. But we did see that everything does work up until that point. And I'm just going to leave that logic alone because whenever I delete this label, which I will end up doing, it'll delete all of that logic. So, we have our money now. Now the next thing I wanted to work on was some persistent leveling. So this is where I'm less sure of what I'm doing. The money, I had a pretty good idea in my head. This persistent leveling is going to be more of a trick. So, I want the game, when you run out of health, to stop? Or do you plan on adding a special after eliminating like 6 or 7 enemies? Ooh. So I hadn't thought about that. Right now, the only thing in there is the leveling, and there's like, it's new spawns every level. I add a new enemy type every time your level goes up. I just have to adjust level thresholds, I think, to be something that's more reasonable. So right now, at level 1, like, so when you first spawn in, you'll only be fighting pink slimes. Once you hit level 2, you'll fight pink and blue slimes with varying spawn rates. And when you hit level 3, you fight pink, blue slimes, and mice with varying spawn rates. And that's really the only variances so far. Final level, release the hounds. It might be. That might be. We might work our way up to a... Really, it's just whatever random graphics I happen to find become my next enemy. I just been using free assets that I find online. So whatever the next free asset I find is, will probably be the next enemy type. I also like to find things that look like they're moving, even if I don't animate them, because I'm simple like that. I so far have done 0 animating. And I would like to keep it that way, if at all possible. It just makes the game a little simpler. Okay, so what we're gonna work on is player death. So this is the starting of the behaviors for player death. We're gonna need to move this somewhere where I can expand from it. Sorry if I ever yell at you guys, by the way. Again, music's way louder for me. But it allows me to jam out. Okay, so we have... What a great answer. What a great answer, Rex. So right now, when your life runs out, it loads the game over overlay. And I think what we want to do instead is we want to change scenes. And we want to change scenes back to... or to like a... Oh, I like that. That's a good work ethic right there. So I'm hoping that I can make it so that when our health runs out, we just move over to a new scene where we can then use all that money that we've built up to purchase some upgrades for our character and then go back into the game and restart. So there's a few things that I want to do for that, I guess. I need to think of how to do this. If you guys have any ideas, by all means, because my brain's kind of firing at all cylinders and unsure. I guess we should start by making a new scene. Yeah, we'll just call it scene 2 for now. Okay, so you can see a couple things get left. Wait, what are you trying to do? So I'm trying to make it so that when the player's health runs out, rather than having this game over overlay, what we're going to do is pop over to a new scene where you can use the coins that you've gathered to purchase permanent upgrades for your character. So like a permanent attack upgrade or a permanent speed upgrade or whatever. And then once you've purchased all your upgrades, it resets back to the start of the game with those upgrades. And then you go back through from level 1. So Granted, resetting the game is really just setting my player level back. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of roguelike. It's gonna have random obstacles eventually as well. Yeah, I guess it is a roguelike. Yeah. That is the exact accurate description. Thank you, PB. I play a lot of them on my phone, these like mini roguelite top-down games. Sorry, I just realized there was an ad playing in the background. But I play a lot of them on my phone, and I really like them, so I decided I would build one. And see if I could make some changes to it and make it more of a game that's more my style as I build. And maybe get some art elements that I like. So once all of these assets might get replaced eventually with new enemies, new backgrounds, new player, new whatever. Because all I should have to do is replace the asset, and all of the logic should stay the same. So... Ooh. Okay. But yeah. So... Right. So the game's going to essentially pause, move to a new scene, you're going to buy some upgrades, and then it's going to move back to this scene. I don't know the logic well enough to know if just changing scenes is going to set the game back. Maybe I should check that. Let's not do that. We need to change scenes. How would we want to do this? Yeah, I'm adding a store. Yep. That's the goal. I don't know why I'm saying it in complicated words. Thank you, nonsense. Yes, I'm trying to add a store. Yes, the global trackers should stay the same for each scene. Is my hope. How does load next scene work? Switch it to the next scene. All UI objects are... and mirrored objects will also be sent to the scene in its existing state. I guess I don't want that. No, I do. I want it this way because I want the global UI to persist, so I might need to use load next scene. Because it says that we'll get the UI to carry over in its current state.
The pace of digital innovation is faster than ever. Organizations are shifting workloads to the cloud, modernizing applications, and
Switches to a selected scene, all UI objects.
reliability.
Oh no. Okay, so I can just use load scene then.
But as IT and DevOps teams
And then I can refresh.
cloud environments and technologies such as
Okay, see, this is good. This is good.
serverless functions and microservices,
Oh, sorry guys. I forgot it was an ad. Thank you, Clarissa, for a place to exchange shiny golden baubles for powerful upgrades. So a store. Yeah. I mean, I didn't say exactly that phrasing, but more or less. That's... I appreciate you guys. You keep me on my toes. Okay. So we're gonna load our next scene. We don't want to refresh. Because we want to keep all of our amounts. So then in this scene... I actually don't want this joystick. I'm going to take that out of the global UI. We're not going to be moving around anything. Oh, nope. Don't want to do that. Right, that's what I wanted to do. My bad. I wanted to go back to scene 1. I do want this out of the global layer. I don't want a joystick. I don't have to do anything. Okay, perfect. Bye-bye. And then on the scene layer, now I want a joystick. There we go. Much better. So now on scene 2, we don't have it. We don't have to deal with it anymore. We're happy, we're good, we're gold. Okay. So, we're going to build a store of some sort. Right now, it's going to be a really lame store and probably not have a background. We're just going to throw on some UI objects. We're going to do essentially the same thing I did with my level up screen, and it's just a bunch of colored UI objects. Because it's just an easy temporary asset. So we do empty object. And then again, I'm just going to make it a random color. My first one's always going to be red, because red's my favorite color. So this is going to be one upgrade. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be an upgrade of some sort. Nope, we have an ad again. Sorry guys, 1 second. We're good. We're back. Okay. So... on this object... we're going to need to track more things in our global trackers. We're going to need to know everything that we want to change on our player. Yeah. Yeah. So I can show you both those things. There's two, so both the import images and how I did what I just did. So, import images. Click on this little briefcase. And you just hit import. And then you can hit graphics, animations, whatever. And then you can go through your files on your iPad. And you can import images. So yeah, that is there. We can import custom assets all we want. Which is awesome. That's how I got all of these assets in the game, is I imported all of these. And then what Clarissa was asking, so what I did there is if you go down to the little beaker, my brain's blanking on the word, but you go down to this, grab that, you drag it onto the screen, and you let go. It'll give you a bunch of different object types. And what I want is an empty object. That gives me a blank square. So I click on that blank square, and then I click on these 3 circles. Oh, it doesn't show you guys where my mouse is. I just realized that. I never realized you can't see where I'm clicking. That does make things difficult. So you click on these 3 circles and it pops out the colors. And then you just set your color to whatever you want. And just make sure to up your opacity to make it dark. So we'll add a second object on here. Let's do a purple one, because why not? I like purple. Twitch is purple. Oh, nice. Yeah, Rex, it's super helpful that you make tutorials. We need to plug. If you feel free to throw a link up to your YouTube or wherever your tutorials are. I think they're on YouTube, right? Feel free to throw a link in the chat. I guess the chat's up here. Feel free. Oh, nice. But yeah, feel free to send to post links if you have video tutorials or written tutorials, any of that kind of stuff. Or yeah, our Discord. I actually, Rex, if you want to post a link to the Discord in the chat, that would be wicked. For all of those who are watching who aren't currently part of the Discord, we do actually have a HyperPad Discord where you can get together with other developers. Clarissa and I, as well as other members of the HyperPad staff, are also on it. So eventually, or from time to time, you'll see us comment on things. We'll let you know how the app's coming for development and things like that. But you also get to see the other cool projects that people are working on and collaborate with people on those projects. I actually think I just saw Rex collaborating with somebody recently on a new project that they were starting. So it's a pretty cool little community. And then we can it's close. Man, it really... Nightbot is just not having it with you. Yeah, the Discord isn't there yet. But if Rex can grab the link, since I know Rex has the ability to do those things. Oh, no, because Rex can't post it in chat either. It'll get mad at him. Maybe I can post it in chat. Maybe I can post links. I just realized it was Rex who posted that link. Yeah. Right, so on this global object, I didn't mean to put this in the global layer, so we're going to change that. Yep, don't want it on the global. So on this... we're going to have to add a couple extra attributes, because we're going to need... Oh, nice! We get to add a few different... or we want to add all of the attributes that we want to be tracking for upgrading on the player. So we want the... like, player attack... player attack speed. What else do we want to do? Player level. You want to start at a higher level? By all means, you can. I feel. Why not? By default, all of these things, I believe, are 1. Player attack speed is not 1, actually, by default. Player attack speed, by default, I believe, is 15. I'll have to double check that. Unseen one. Because all this is going to have to change now. Main. All this is going to have to be dynamically set. Which is going to be different. Yeah, 15 is my starting. Sorry, there's an ad.
Very energized with Cap.
It's gone now. So we want, when someone touches on this, and again, the way I like to do these, I explained when I was doing the level up, I like to do on touch up, or stopped touching. And the reason I like to do on stop touching is I like to give the user the ability to touch the screen, and then be like, oh no, I actually wanted the other thing. Drag off. And then wherever they let go, I want it to give them whatever they let go on, not whatever they started on. Just because that behavior is behavior I enjoy. So that's why I do stop touching. So when we stop touching the square, I want to get... back up at the top, we want to get the attributes that are relevant to us. Actually, we're going to put a behavior bundle in here to make sure, because there's going to be a few things I want, and I want it to come all off of this one lightning bolt. So, just going to stick that. That's not how stop touching works? Am I thinking of the wrong thing? Rex, I believe you. You know better than I do. That's how I've been using stop touching. Will I execute on the same object you started? Okay. Well, I didn't realize that's how it works. I still want it to be on finger release, so that's still accurate. I didn't realize it's going to do that behavior, which is fine, because that is how it works in a lot of games. But I will rephrase then. The reason I'm going to use stop touching is I want it to be on finger release, not on finger down. Again, it's just the logic I like. I prefer it to be on releases. I don't know. Particular thing about me, I guess, in games. If you guys like it a different way, let me know. Maybe I will build it differently. But I like stop touching behaviors. Anyways, so but thank you for letting me know, Rex. I didn't realize that that's how that worked. So we're gonna get the gold, not of this object. We're gonna go to our global objects. We're gonna get the gold. And for buying this particular object, you are going to be subtracted 10 gold? Oh, no, I want to do it based off what your current attack is. That seems more fun. Let's do some math. Let's make it a little complicated. Let's say... we want... Alright, we want both of these. Again, global UI, global trackers. Grab the current player attack. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or I'm going to do multiplication, I think. I'm going to do cost of attack upgrade is 5 times current attack level. So if your attack level's 1, to upgrade it to attack level 2, it's going to cost 5 gold. To upgrade it to attack level 3, it's going to cost 10 gold, so on and so forth. I think that'll scale. Or maybe to like 1.5 times or something like that. No, that'll make it too easy. We'll do 5. Might get very expensive as we go on. I might change my mind on this. We'll start with a 5 times cost. Oh, hello. So we'll do a multiply. And we're going to take the player's current attack value times 5. And we are going to subtract that from their current amount of money. We should also have a label that sets this price. So now that I think about that, let me go out here. We will grab a label. It can be green for now because I'm not putting any other UI on the screen yet, so there's not a background issue that it has to avoid clashing with. Back into these behaviors. Make sure it checks how much money you have before purchasing items. Also a good idea. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I think I see what you guys are saying. So yeah, so you would do essentially what I just did, and then what you would do is set label. So then we pick this label. Yeah, that would be great, Rex. If you could do that, that would be awesome. So you set that label. To be this. So this will always show our price of the item. Oh, but we don't want that on press down. I have to think about this logic for a second. We just want to always show the logic. When we come to this screen, we want to right away show the logic. Or show that. So let me just detach this. Straight away. Grab the player's money, grab the player's... Yeah, I guess. So grab those. Do the multiplication. Set the label for the item. So right as it loads, we'll see the price. And then when you stop touching, we will do an if statement. Actually, I probably don't even need to behavior bundle this anymore. We can probably take that out. And just go if the player's amount of money, which should be this attribute. I guess this actually we're going to want on a timer. I guess we're going to want this whole thing on a timer. No, just the top one. I was right the first time. Sorry, guys. That is its own thing. That's its own thing. That's its own thing. And we want a timer on this because we want to know how much money the player has at all times. Again, this shouldn't update very frequently. So we don't need it to be going more than every second. That sets the price when you load. It needs to be on a timer as well. Yeah, I'm just going to put it all under a timer, because that needs to change if your attack value changes. So I'm going to set it all under a timer. Okay. Now we can do our conditional. I think I have the basics set up. And if the player's money is greater than or equal to the cost of the item, sorry for the ad. I guess we just have to sit through this one. Sorry, guys. It's a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ad, for what it's worth. So once this is done, we are going to increase the player attribute by 1. Or we're going to increase the player's attack by 1. Sugar is poison. You are not wrong. I'm wondering if I could just use that timers. Yeah, because that'll be relevant. That'll be... And then we just want to add 1 to that. And we're going to drag this behavior out, this add values behavior. So we're going to take the player's attack, and we're going to add 1. And again, this will only happen if the player has enough money to buy this upgrade when they have let go of it. And then it'll upgrade their attack. And it will also decrease their money. So we're going to do a subtract values. We want it to subtract whatever this value is. There. So now whenever we buy something, it'll subtract money. And then I think we're going to have to hit, like, we're going to need like a play button of some sort to go back. Thinking. We'll drag out another object. It's going to be an empty object. We'll set it down here. Is it this button that I wanted? Become a circle. Circle is what I wanted, actually. Yep. So now we have a circle. And I'm going to make a nice little green circle. Sorry, to get to that, because I realized again that my cursor doesn't show up. Skipping the ad. Oh, muting the ad. So to get there, all that I did, unmuting music, is click these two arrows that are moving in towards each other on the right hand side of the screen by behaviors. You click those and it allows you to change some things about the object. So all I did was click the circle and that made my object a circle. And then I'm going to make it a nice green circle because it's going to be our like play button. So it's going to be a nice green circle. Ooh, we got lyrics this time, chat. And when you click this, we're going to change scenes. We're going to load our scene 1. This is where I'm unsure. I think this will load it fresh. We'll see. We're just gonna have to try this and see what happens. Oops. Gotta change scenes first. And I believe I set it to change scenes when he dies. Oh. Let me double check. Yeah, transition to scene 2. Okay. So let's give it a shot. We're gonna earn some money. So we're gonna let him kill a few slimes. And then eventually it's gonna die, and once our tank dies, we'll see what we can do. We're only gonna upgrade his health or his attack speed, by the way, right now. Since the only thing that's being upgraded in that new menu is his attack power. And actually that attack power upgrade isn't reflected on this screen yet. I haven't set up a way for that to come back into here yet. But since this has the money counter, what I'm hoping is that we'll come back to this screen afterwards and we'll see how much money we spent on attack upgrades and that it will accurately reflect the change. This is like the best round of this game that this character's ever had. I don't normally do this well. And by I don't, I mean it doesn't. Because I'm not playing, it's playing itself. Hey, there we go. Got hit once. Yes, this game does need sound effects. You were right. Hey, there's the mice. Oh no! Oh no, I know what happened. That's not good though. I need to make that label bigger. I think. Now our money's getting reset. On mouse kills. I must have done something wrong. Hyperpad does allow you to make your own sound effects. Man, Rex, we gotta get you doing a live stream. So let's see, we were at like 19 or something there, I think. So we're gonna buy 5. It didn't change though, which worries me. Did I not reset the player? No, I might have only decreased money. So that's why. So minus 10. We're switching back? Okay, bet. I can try to stream later tonight. Hey, yeah, that'd be great. And so my play button's not going back. So there's a couple things that aren't working. That says scene 2. On scene 2. Guys, I did not put my on stop touching. My bad. Okay, so we got that. And then I will also need to change a bit of logic on here. We need to actually set the attributes. Because, you know, that might help. I plan to do it around 10 p.m. Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah. That would be wicked. Oh, guys, we got lyrics again. We're going to skip this one, though. I'm sorry. Better. From the global tracker, we want to set the player attack to this value. And then we're going to copy this actually because that's going to be easier. Copy is just this one that's 2 squares for what it's worth. Again, I keep forgetting you can't see my cursor. We're going to connect these. And then on the set attribute on this one, instead of setting the player attack, we're going to set their gold to this new subtracted value. Okay. Again, not where I want to start, but can I switch back? Yes, I can! So we're good. Now we have we can switch between the two. And by we can, I mean the game can. Because the only way to get back to that other screen is by dying. Let's just only increase attack speed. Let's not add hearts. Let's not make it harder for my character to die. We're just going to make him shoot faster. See how that goes. It might also have the added effect of making me die less, but we'll see. Yeah, but you're right, Rex. Some shooting sound effects, like every time the cannon fires, would be nice, and every time every time an enemy is killed. A different sound effect for each enemy actually would be nice. Well, not for each. The slimes would sound the same. Let's be serious. But then maybe like a squeak that goes off every time you kill a mouse. Some little custom sound effects. I also want to add just music to the game eventually. And I have a friend who makes video game music. So I might message that friend and ask him if he can make me some music. that I can stick into one of these games. Okay, so I think we're gonna die soon. Our gold was at 23. Maybe that can be. Yeah, that's a good idea. So when we buy this, we should see this value change from 5 to 10, I think. 10. Perfect. Okay, so that worked. So when we go back, we should be at 14.
Febreze Light eliminates odors with no heavy perfumes and light scents you'll love. New Febreze Light.
No, so I did something. There's something going weird with my money. But that did work the rest of the way I wanted it to. The only thing that transferred over at a rate that I like higher was the money. Everything else transferred over at low amounts. Or everything else was set back to 0 or 1, which is perfect. So the next thing I want to actually do is set my tank up dynamically. So I think I can still squeeze that in this stream, so I'm going to do that next. We're gonna set it so that the tank stats are set by coming out of that permanent upgrade screen. So the first time you enter that permanent upgrade screen, your levels are level 1, whatever. But every time you enter that screen, those numbers should still be increasing. But during the game, I'm not increasing the global attributes, I'm increasing the player's attributes. So the player levels up. I know, this is very complicated sounding, I'm sorry. So the player levels up during each game, but does also have a global level up. I think. We'll see. I just said a lot of words. But we'll see if I can we'll see if I can make that work. The drop was coming. I had to. So let's see. What we want to do here is set up our player. I ended up doing like nothing down there. That's very interesting. I expanded that out for new logic and I ended up not adding logic. I'm just gonna put this somewhere up top somewhere. Yes, right here. Right by these guys. We're gonna have a bunch of get attribute tags. So we need to get all of the tank's attributes from the global trackers. Player attack. Copy this. For player attack speed. Copy this. For player level. So when we spawn, we're going to grab all of these. And then we're going to use these to set the tank. So we want to set the tank's attack to, yeah, the top one. to the global attack value. We want to set the player's attack speed to the player's attack speed. From the global tracker again. And then we're going to copy this one more time. And we're going to set the player's level. XP is always going to start at 0. Always going to start at 0. From the upgrade shop's player level. So now, the first time we go over, if I remember correctly, I'm going to double check, or the first on our global tracker. So player attack is going to start at 1, player attack speed is going to start at 15, and player level is going to start at 1, which is exactly what I have their predefined level set to currently. So, as the character spawns, his levels are going to get written over by this. You go through your game, you fight, you upgrade, you go into the upgrade screen when you die. Purchase a bunch of attack upgrades. You go back out to our main screen, and all of a sudden, poof, it's going to be there. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna add a bunch of labels to the game, okay? Because I'm having a hard time keeping track of things. I imagine you guys are probably also having a hard time keeping track of some of my variables going on right now. So I'm gonna throw on a bunch of labels, and we're gonna make a little like stat tracker. Player stats. We're going to have a ton of labels, okay? Like a ton. Attack. Oh, maybe I can just do this, though. This will be better. Attack, attack speed, and level. Oh, and money. Money. Guys, I think we got a little dubstep-y again. Do I have to pull this down to be able to see all that? What is the smallest I can make this and still see everything? Okay, there we go. So, what I'm going to do for my simplicity's sake is I'm going to make 4 separate labels on the other side of this. We're going to copy. Stop it. There we go. I just want all these to be actually... The number I'm going to use for this is 100, because I think that's going to be the highest people can get right now in any stat that I'm setting. Oh, that's not true. My attack speed goes up. No, yeah. We'll see. I might limit how high the attack speed can go. So we just want this. I'm trying to make it smaller. Okay, never mind. It's very not great doing this on a simulator because the mouse trying to simulate a finger is not great. But when you guys do this on iPads, I promise you it'll be a nicer experience. As when I do this on an iPad in the near future, it will be a nicer experience for me as well. Okay. So we have a label for attack. We have a label for attack speed. We have a label for our level. And one more label. For our money. And I know these aren't lined up. There is a grid function that I could take advantage of, or what I will actually end up doing is this. I want them percentage based. I want them to be 95% from the edge. So then I'm going to go around and do this on all of the objects. And that'll just make them all nice and squared. I might end up separating the other side out into separate labels so that I can match up their heights better as well. Yeah, this one's already at 95, but just to be on the safe side. Now what we need is a set of behaviors so that when I'll put timers on all of these actually. They'll just monitor their own things. That'll be easy enough. Actually, that would give me 4 timers. To make it easier, we're going to do scene settings. So menu settings. We're going to put all of our logic for our behaviors for here in this. And that way they're all kind of grouped together in one spot. So we're just going to... Sorry about that. We need a timer. That again is just going to be going off every 1 second. Just so that as the player is buying things, it'll update all of the totals. So we'll update their money, so we'll know how much money they have. We'll update their attack, so we know what their new attack value is, their new level, their new speed, whatever. All those kinds of things. So we're setting this timer to go off every 1 second. We're going to use a bunch of get attributes again. Not from our menu settings, but from our... Oh. Sorry guys, I have to back out of this and move it. I didn't realize I put that in global. Yep. Gotta delete this. Go back to main. It's okay, we weren't very far in. Easy mistake to fix. Menu settings. Now we go into these behaviors again. We mute while this ad plays. We're going to grab that timer again. Going to unmute our music. Now we're going to start grabbing those attributes. From our global trackers. What order do I have them on the screen? Attack, attack speed, level, money. Okay. Attack. Attack speed. Player level. And player gold. And we're just going to take those values and we're going to set the labels. That's it. That's all we're doing with this little section is we're setting all of our labels. So we're going to have 4 set labels. Each one's going to be set to a different label. Are those on global? One second, guys. Are all of these on global? Did I put this entire menu global? Sure did. So we just have to delete all of these and put them back, not global. I don't want any of these to be on the global. I want them only to be here. Yeah, that's a rough mistake. That is a rough mistake. Rip indeed. F's in chat. If there's ever a moment for F's in chat. RX codes. Things I need to know. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna delete them all and just rebuild them. Oh, you're right. I could have saved them to the stamp and just stamped on this scene. Now that I think about it. You're right. That would have been smarter. Player stats. Player attack. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. I might have made these different sizes now. So the reason I decided to opt for them being separate ones this time is just because it's a learning process. You have a little more insight when you acknowledge your errors. True. I appreciate that. Thanks, RX. Okay, so we're going to set the player attack speed. I guess I don't need to write player. That's a little redundant now that I think about it. Attack. Attack speed. Sorry for the ad. Skipping. This one just needs to be level. I'm just trying to make these width appropriate. Level. And then one more for the golds. I'm thinking I should maybe do 1,000. Just to be on the real safe side with growth. $1,000. So we're running out of time for the stream, so I'm just going to try... I'm not going to do this pretty, I'm just going to do functional. Okay, so there we go. Everything's on main level now. So now we can go in here, and we can go, hey, we're going to set this label. To be the attack. And then we're going to copy this. We're going to set this label to be the attack speed. We're then going to copy it again. We're going to set this label to be the level. And then we just got one more to set. So we copy this one more time. We grab that. And we set it to that. Go back. I just want to make sure real quick that gold has a starting value. Yep, it does. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Let's give it a test. Let's see if everything works. So we hit play. We're starting on this in a second. All the timers should update. Boom. Very nice. We're not going to even bother at the attack. Or we shouldn't be able to buy this. We're going to hit this. Nothing will happen. Yep, nothing's happening. Perfect. Hit play. Gets our tank going. I'm just going to dance while the tank kills things. Maybe have a sip of water. None of these stats should carry over to the other screen, so I can actually increase my attack power now. This is actually going to be a good test. When we go back to the other screen, attack power should say 1. We'll see. But we can see that my level is was set appropriately. We saw my experience was set. We can see that I'm doing damage, so my attack is set. And the speed is moving at the speed I expect. So we can see everything that I think should be working at this point is working. We just have to wait for Bob and a tank to get hit a couple more times. Oh, I got an ad to defeat. 1 second. Oh, got it. Ooh, there we go. Only have to get hit one more time. We're almost done. We're almost back to our menu. This will be the next test. Though I think that there's something... Okay, so. Perfect. Exactly how I wanted it. Attack, attack speed, and level are at their base sets. Which is correct. Gold is at 130. So gold changed. That is correct. Gold is the only thing that should change. So if we buy this, attack went up to 2, gold went down by 5, price of the attack upgrade went up to 10. Let's upgrade our attack again. Why not? Attack went up. Gold went down. Everything looks good. So here comes the next test. When we load back into the game, we should have 115 gold, but I don't think that the label in the game will load until I kill something, so it won't say 115. It'll be 115 plus 1 to 5. So we have that. And then attack is 3, which the only way for me to test that is I'll up my attack when I level up for the first time. How I mine for fish. I'll up my attack when I level up for the first time, and then blue slime should get 1 hit, so my attack should be 4. If that worked, then we're gold. And if everything else gets reset back to level 1, then we're gold. Okay, level 1, experience 0, gold 115. Yes! Okay. So far the persistent upgrades works. Again, this should now make my attack 4. Blue slime should be a 1 hit. Blue slime's a 1 hit. Yeah! So now when we die again, when we go back into that menu, we should see that our attack is already at 2. Aw, dude, it's so good when everything just comes together. Good. Attack. Perfect. Yes. Yes. So the gold went up, as the gold should. Your attack speed is back to 15 because we have not upgraded your attack speed yet. Your level is back down to 1 because we have not upgraded your level yet. And your attack is back to 3 because that is what we last upgraded your attack strength to. Perfect. Just jamming out to the music now. So I think that's gonna do it for the stream today, guys. We got money. We made a currency system, and we started the upgrade system. Before the next stream, I will try to clean up the few things that we added in here again, like I cleaned them up last time. I will also probably do the rest of the shop upgrades. So I'll probably add in an attack speed upgrade and a level upgrade to the shop before the next time you guys see the game, so that next Thursday when you see the game again, those will be done. And I think sound might be a good thing to work on. I think I wrote that down somewhere. If not, I'm going to write it down right now. Sound effects. So we're going to do sound effects as maybe one of the things that we focus on for the next tutorial. But until then, I want to thank PB for the follow, and I want to thank everybody who came out to watch, and everyone who chatted, and everyone who participated. You guys are great. We make these streams for you guys. We make this app for you guys. Let us know what I can do better, what I can show you. Let us know things you would like to know about the app, things that you would like to see different in the app. And we will work on getting those things done for you guys. You're why we're here. So again, just as my normal final remarks as we head out, be good to yourselves and be good to those around you. It is very important. And I will see you guys next Thursday for our next stream. Bye-bye.